Fernando Tatis Jr. is going to play in the 2023 season, but it may not be at the position you're expecting. How's it going, everyone? My name is Friar. Welcome back to another video where today we're going to be discussing what position is the San Diego Padres star Fernando Tatis Jr. going to be playing next season. Before we even get started, please like this video up, subscribe, and let's get right into it. Fernando Tatis Jr. is coming off of one of the most crazy seasons of an athlete's career, and something that a lot of athletes never have to deal with major injuries, steroid suspensions, everything, legacy tarnished, sponsorships lost, you name it, it happened to Tatis this last year. And it's very unfortunate for him, and he lost a lot of respect from the fan base, from everyone, but the Padres have a plan, it seems like, and this plan is not what you're expecting. They're not going to put him at shortstop, but it's going to be very unexpected and weird. Let me explain. The San Diego Padres had Fernando Tatis Jr. at shortstop for the predominant amount of the 2021 season before the exploding, rising career of Ha-Seong Kim. This was the situation where they seed him playing shortstop. And you know what? He wasn't bad in shortstop most of his career. He was actually one of the best defenders at shortstop in 2020. He didn't even make an error. But in 2021, to enter the season, his April and May, he was making an error game almost, an error series. Now, that's just how it ended up for him. And you know what? They tried other options. They tried putting Ha-Seong Kim in at shortstop and putting Tatis in the outfield, and Tatis was making some errors in the beginning. He got a lot more comfortable. But from my understanding from an interview with Preller, their plan is to put Tatis in the outfield. There's a lot of weird headlines. Oh, you could put Tatis at second base. Oh, you could put Tatis at first base. Guys, let's be honest here. Is Fernando Tatis Jr. really going to play first base next year? A position he's never touched. We've never seen him take a single rep at in his life. That's highly unlikely. It doesn't make sense. I understand where these articles are coming from. They think they're opening their team up more, which is very true, but why wouldn't you put Tatis at shortstop, Kim at second, and Cronenworth at first? That makes a lot more sense to me if you're going to move a middle infielder to first base. And that's been in discussions with Preller in an interview with him at the GM meetings. He did say, if we want to get a first baseman and we don't find the right first baseman, we have a first baseman and the middle infield, and we can get another middle infielder. Because it seems like Preller wants to build a team on athletes, and he's a lot more confident in getting someone who's super athletic, which is more likely to be someone in the middle infield if he doesn't get the first baseman he likes. But that's a story for another time. So no, Tatis isn't going to be playing first base. He isn't going to be doing anything like that. Like, guys, let's be realistic here. That's not happening. But by position, Tatis made a lot more errors at shortstop. He also played a lot more games, but he didn't make a single error in right field. For anyone interested, he did not make a single error in right field last year he played. And just because of that, I think the Padres need to stick him in right field, and I think they're going to stick him in right field. I'm going to go ahead and play a couple clips right now regarding Preller's thoughts.
So I think that's been most of the conversation, but I have talked to him personally about the position. And I think he wants to win. That's the number one thing, and we want him to get him back on the field. I think the next 6-8 weeks going into spring training, we do want to. We'll make sure he's. Things change at different points in time. I think we'll kind of see where it's at, and I think that's the conversation we're having as a group. We'll have with Bob and the staff. We'll have with our scouting and front office group, and then we'll have with Fernando, and kind of look at the roster and see, is it better to try to lock him in at a spot? Is it better for him to come in and move around the field? He's super talented. He's a great athlete. He can play a lot of different positions, so he gives us a lot of options.
Okay, now that you got to see what Preller thinks about Tatis in the field, yeah, that's. I'm just gonna leave it up to the big man. He's the general manager of the San Diego Padres, and I think it's very, very possible that whatever he wants, the team goes. He's in charge of the team. He has had a big presence in the past on what the team's doing in terms of their lineup. He helps set the lineup. He helps facilitate the lineup. He's a do-it-all GM. Now, what would a team look like with Fernando Tatis Jr. in right field? Well, a team with Fernando Tatis Jr. in right field would probably line something like this. Obviously, Austin Nola at catcher. Assuming we don't sign any free agents, your first base, you could even platoon at first base. You could do Jake Cronenworth. You could do Ostanola as well. You could do Luis Campisano. There's really a lot of options at first base. Now, second base is more likely to be Jake Cronenworth or Ha-Seong Kim if you're happen to put, if you put Tatis at short a couple of reps. But yes, but we think for sure Ha-Seong Kim is going to be the starting shortstop the day Tatis comes back. Third base, Manny Machado, obviously Soto left. Tatis possibly center, maybe Trent Grisham, but I think Tatis falls in best in right field. Now, the big question, and I'm sure the question you guys are going to ask me in the comment section is, does this devalue his contract? Because there's a lot of discussion, you're paying a guy $340 million because he's a shortstop that can hit 45 home runs and have elite speed. That's unheard of throughout the whole entire league. Is this devaluing his contract? I wouldn't say so. I don't think it's devaluing his contract. I think you're just adapting him to a better spot. He can still move on to center field once he gets comfortable with the corner outfield positions. And it just makes sense to me. Right field's easier than center field. Left field's easier than right field. And Juan Soto struggled in right field for the San Diego Padres, so put him in an easier position. I don't think he's going to see it as him being devalued. He used to play left field. This is just the smartest move the San Diego Padres can make right now to build their team defensively. It's very important to have one of the best defensive teams in the league. That's what helped carry the San Diego Padres last year. And I think it's going to be very important again this year in trying to win a championship and the goal of winning a championship. So my answer is Tatis is going to be in right field to start next year. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment any questions down below. Like if you haven't already, and subscribe. Peace.
305 to the 619, baby. Let's go. Let's go, San Diego. Live that shit up, San Diego. Let's fucking go. Woo! It's our fucking house.
Hey.
It's our house right here, baby. Let's go.
I love it. Hey.